Yobachi 2007 getting back at you. We've got another Kendra G live here, and this one is about to be insane. We're going to get right into it and play some of the video, then we'll come back with some commentary. I think this might end up probably being a 2-3 part series because there's a lot here, and I don't want this thing just to go forever and ever. So let's get started. We'll see if and where we want to cut it off.
Now, was you smoking on something?
Oh, yeah.
What you smoking on?
Oh, my bad. I was smoking a cigarette.
Oh, you smoking a cigarette? I thought it was weed, girl.
No, I ain't rolled that yet.
You ain't rolled that yet.
So we already starting off bad. Coming on national television, you could say. I watch this on my television most of the time. But same thing as TV at this point, the internet. But live broadcast. And she's going on national broadcast, smoking a cigarette when you're trying to find somebody. No, that's not something a lot of people are interested in. Some people might deal with that, but if you're the type of person who is an incessant smoker, people aren't going to deal with that. That's already a turnoff for you to come on a program to find someone for a relationship. And then, of course, she's going to talk about rolling weed. We know what it is with weed these days, but still, there's a certain thing about your public presentation. That's not something that you throw out there in the world, especially when everything on the internet stays on the internet, and people can find you on the internet and what you're doing, what your activities are. So when you go for jobs and things of that nature, this is not how you want to be putting yourself out there. And this is also not how you want to present yourself to a man. For most men, even if they don't mind that you might smoke weed, again, when this is the kind of stuff that you lead with, that's bad news off top.
No.
Is that coming up next?
It might. I might need to get up off this camera first.
Okay, well,
Oh, God.
she had a scintilla of sense to realize that maybe that's a problem. But that still didn't stop her from presenting it that way. We can also see how she has can't see it real good right now, but you can see the sailor tat, the Popeye the Sailor Man inside forearm tat. Of course, she's got to have the hood breast tat. Just ridiculous, prominently placed with the low-hanging halter top to show all of her goods, just to put them out there for everyone. But of course, nobody should see that. No man should comment on that. We're the problem. This is what women put out there in the world, but men are all the problem for having something to say about that, even though you're clearly showing it because you want something to be said about it.
God, what am I about to get into? Is your name Danny?
Well, my name is Danielle.
Danielle. Okay, where you calling me from, honey?
I'm originally from Georgia, but I live in South Carolina now. Columbia.
South Carolina. How old are you?
I'm 29.
20. You're 29?
Why you say that like it's a surprise? You surprised?
It is a surprise.
I look older?
Yes.
Oh. Well.
Ooh, that hit hard. Look at her reaction. She's like, I look older. She knew she didn't look younger. She knew the surprise that Kendra was showing, which everybody in the chat and I at the same time looked at that, was like, that's a hard 29. That's a rough 29. And she knew that the surprise that Kendra had wasn't thinking she was younger. She clearly thought she was older, as everybody did. This chick is on here looking rough. She hits the weed hard. She goes hard on the yard, and it's obvious. It's obvious, and that's pretty bad. But let's look at something else while we already have the video stopped. Her name is Danielle. She goes by Danny, but look at what her username is. See, this is her Facebook username, too. I've been to her Facebook account. I've gone all the way through to the end, and she gives us as her Facebook page. Danny Beat 'em Down Kirkland. Danny Beat 'em Down Kirkland. This is what this wonderful young lady is presenting herself out into the world. She beats them down. This is who she is. Hood chick to the fullest, diving right into the entire hood rat persona. But where are the good men gone? She's going to be complaining later about how a man doesn't want to be in a relationship with her. Who wants to be in a relationship with this rough looking, hard voice, beat 'em down chick? This is who you're going out into the world presenting yourself as for a relationship. Doesn't even have the good sense to use her other Instagram page name, which is something with sexy in it, that's at least better than beating somebody down. But this is who she presents herself into the world as. But you could see the sadness when she was called, when Kendra uh, didn't believe or was surprised that she is 29. So we could tell that we have some emotional things going on here. She already knew that she lacks a certain attractiveness and femininity, a certain female attractiveness that men typically want. She already knows she's below standard. She won't do anything about it, but she already knows. That's why it hit the way it hit for another woman, even to have that kind of surprise to think she was older. Let's go.
What do you do for a living, Danielle?
I'm originally from Georgia, but I live in South Carolina now, Columbia.
South Carolina. How old are you?
I'm 29.
20. You're 29?
Yes. Why you say that like it's a surprise? You surprised?
It is a surprise.
I look older?
Yes.
Oh. Well.
What do you do?
Kendra responded as nicely as she could with that yes, without mocking her or making fun of her. But yeah, I mean, you look rough. Look at this. Look at what we're seeing right here. I would have thought at least 40, and even then, you look bad. You look beat down for 40. She's had a hard life, but look what she's doing with it. Oh, she clearly hasn't learned. There's no maturity, no wisdom has come from the life she's lived. She's still in her second childhood, as the Nas song goes, still out here on the block, beating them down, acting like a young girl in the hood on the block. She has apparently not gotten any growth from that, and we'll see that as we go through more of the video.
For a living, Danielle.
I'm sorry. Let me put this other phone down. I'm in customer service.
Okay. Customer service. When's your birthday or zodiac sign?
Voice breaking up.
I am a November Scorpio. My birthday is November the 2nd.
Sounds like
Are there a difference between the November and the October Scorpios?
Yes.
What's the differences?
October Scorpios are way more ruder. They're way ruder.
They're ruder?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're very rude, obnoxious, violent. November Scorpios.
Violent. Is she serious? Danny beat him down. Kirkland is talking about the other Scorpios are violent. Okay.
Are calm, but we can get violent, but we're just more laid back, chill.
Wait, you can get violent? Are you telling us you can get violent?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Danielle, South Carolina, 29, customer service, Scorpio. I think we got it all. You have any kids?
Yes, I have one daughter. She's 6.
Okay, 6 years old. All right, boo, let's get into it. What kind of man you looking for?
Well, I'm really looking for a man who they don't have to be in South Carolina. I'm just basically looking for someone who can hold a conversation, basically. And I've been sitting here all night, and I'm on camera now. I'm stuck. Ooh, I didn't know I was gonna be this nervous on here, but they gotta communicate. They gotta Lord have mercy. My mind is like maybe I should.
Yeah, your mind is gone. Your mind is lost in the weed smoke, lost in the tobacco. It's having an effect on your brain functionality and whatever else you're doing. This almost looks like a hotel room, but then it's not. You can see that she has a number of things there. I think you know what? I'm not sure about that because of what comes up later. But and then there's a picture on her Facebook page as well. I think we can go there real quickly. There's a picture that I saw on here. Look, she's looking rough. She's got filters on the majority of her pictures, but everything that's not filtered looks like this. Rough. But let me see. There was another picture. Looks like she's living out a hotel room right here. Twin beds. I don't know. But that doesn't look like a hotel dresser, if you can see the whole thing. I'm not sure. But anyway, back to the video. Oh, that's behind the scenes. Oh, there we go, the one we want. That'll be another video coming up that we just saw.
I smoke some weed before I come. But good sense of humor. That's really it.
Okay, so this is what I really originally stopped it for. Look at her requirements for a man. Nothing about really character issues or who he is as a person. Just he has to communicate, meet somebody. She wants somebody to talk to her. But what does she have to talk about? Rolling blunts and beating them down? You're not getting any good discussion with her. But I guess the guy she typically deals with, as we're going to see, only come through to smash. And she wants someone who will at least talk to her, at least engage with her as a human being and not just a piece of meat. But her conduct and her presentation of self doesn't call for that, doesn't attract men who conduct themselves in that way. The only men who are going to be interested in her are ones who are coming through just to smash, because that's all she presents for them. What does she have to present to a man who likes to talk and have intellectual discourse? Nothing. What do you see here that she's presenting? Just communication and good sense of humor. Nothing about the person as a leader. Nothing about his character. Nothing about his stature in life. Nothing about him being an honorable man who's believes or loves a woman. But I guess the communication factor, because she can't even get that. That is the basic human treatment that she's trying to require now, because she hasn't even had that much of interaction with me.
Because I'm not looking for a relationship, but I'm looking for a friend that maybe can grow into a relationship.
Okay. What's some deal breakers for you? Sometimes that's easier to answer. What will you not date?
Someone who's soft. I like someone who's a square, I would say.
Oh, you don't like a square guy?
No. I don't, well, he could be a square, but he has to be, I guess, retired, like from the street life.
Oh, so
this Bama wants a retired Pookie. She wants a communicative, sensitive thug. This goes back to the whole '90s thing, where all these women out here talking about they want a sensitive man. Then the man they described was a thug. So they want somebody who's a criminal and will be violent and act in the ways that they want towards the rest of the world, and have edge and be mysterious and all these crazy sorts of things, but will treat her nicely. When women say they want a good guy, what they're saying is they want somebody who treats them good. When they want a nice guy, they only want somebody who treats them nice. They don't actually want him to be a good or nice person. What they think they can get is somebody who's a bad person in all of the rest of their life, but somehow is going to be a nice, sensitive guy to them. And then when they act like the thug that she knew he was, they act like the thug that they wanted or the player that they wanted, then they get upset when that's turned on them, which of course inevitably will be. He'll be nice to them to get the chick, but the notion that he's going to remain nice and not be who he is as the situation continues is insane. But this is what people keep going for. And this is what women keep looking for. But then they go and blame all men. Where are the good men gone? Why can't I get a guy who's this way or that way? But that's not what they're looking for. She don't want a square. If you're not from the streets, you're a square. She's looking for a retired Pookie, a sensitive thug. Okay, lady. Okay.
Oh, he had to once be a thug?
Yeah, he can once be a thug, or he could have grew up in that area, environment, and
changed. But you don't want him to just been a person that never had the street environment? So you want him to come from the street in some capacity.
Not necessarily come from the streets, but, have that mentality, attitude.
She's addicted to the drama. I think it's in part that she knows she doesn't qualify for any kind of quality man, anybody who would be a decent person, anybody who would then hold her to some standards. Clearly, she doesn't live up to any standards. She doesn't qualify for anything better than some street pookie. That's all she can even deal with. But also, she's addicted to the drama. And she wants that kind of masculine, super masculine aggression, which is not really masculinity. It's a perversion of masculinity. But that's what she's used to. She's even sexually addicted to that. And so then romantically, in her mind, in her quote unquote heart, that's also what she needs to fuel her.
To that aura about him.
There you go. That aura. That's what she's talking about.
Okay, so because you think the other guy, is it just, you call it square?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's her type. Does he have to look a certain way?
No, I don't have a type, really. It's just, I'm open to anything. I'm really nervous.
Open to anything. A woman of absolutely no standards. She meets no standards, therefore she has no standards for the men she brings in her life. But then it'll be all the rest of black men's fault for the pookie that she chooses to be with, who she doesn't care what kind of guy he is. She chooses that, but it's every other black man's fault. This is how they operate.
On here since Facebook. I went from Facebook to Instagram to YouTube. Now I'm really nervous. I should have been.
You probably tired like me, because if you've been doing all that, girl, it's been hours.
Who you telling?
All right, so we'll go fast. All right, does the guy have to look a certain way?
No, he just has to know how to dress.
We're going to jump forward and end this part one, but before we do, don't forget to subscribe, to please like this video and comment. So we're moving forward, and she's going to talk about why she doesn't want a soft guy, and the reason why is basically because she's going to talk her junk, which means she's toxic. But watch for what happens right after that. Watch when she looks to the right.
If you soft and I get to talking my junk, you gonna run for the hills.
So you have to be strong.
Yeah, hold on, 1 minute.
Hold on. What's going to happen next? We're about to end it, but we want to see this. And then we'll pick up.
What happened?
So I had to open the door.
For who?
For my friend.
Your friend?
This is her sex buddy. This is her friend she's still dealing with while on this program, supposedly looking for a friend. And this is what men are supposed to deal with. This is her erratic mind gone astray. We're going to come back to it because there's more to it, but we're going to wrap this up at almost 19 minutes. We'll get back at you soon with the part two. Come back with part two. There's so much more to this. It's crazy. You're watching 2007. Like me up on your way out. Hit the subscribe button and also make sure you hit the notification button so you can get the notification to return for more. Peace.